ladies and gentlemen, Excellencies, thank you very much. It's a great honor for me to speak at the historic Mansion House. I usually come here for white tie events, and I'm very happy to be here for this important conversation. I would like to convey, first of all, my deep gratitude to our colleagues at the City Corporation, especially to Lord Mayor Maineli for his generous invitation to speak here. Let me say from the outset that Azerbaijan is fully cognizant of a great responsibility which we undertook by hosting COP29. And it is reflected in many aspects of our work, but for instance, we understand that we wanted this to be a continuous process, not a one-time event. Therefore, Azerbaijan works together very closely with UAE and with Brazil to make sure that this is in a troika, to make sure that this is a continuous process. That success which has been achieved in UAE continues to be sustainable, and that we, following COP29, would deliver results at COP30 in Brazil. I think this continuation is a key, and in a way, in a new approach in hosting COP for the COP presidencies. COP29 will also focus on bringing the global conversation together. Azerbaijan will leverage our experience as a chair country for 4 years of the non-alignment movement, the largest organization after UN, international organization, hosting 120 nations. And as a chair country of now, we were able to bring different perspectives together. We also want to unite the views and bring the conversation from the north, from the south, from the east and the west, to be able to listen to each other and to come up with both hopes and understandings and solutions for which unite everybody into common goal to protect our environment. The scientific data shows that we are not on a pathway to meet our Paris goals. For the first time this year, we were going over 1.5 degrees. It would be very difficult to sustain. So we need to make sure that we unite all our efforts to make sure to address this very significant challenge which exists. We need to work together constructively to agree on a new collective quantified goal on climate finance. And I heard that perhaps the numbers do not matter, but they do. Because finance underpins everything. It underpins the remedial efforts, underpins loss and damage, underpins the future progress. We need to have new goals, we need to have new financing, and we need to bring new money into the system. And this could be, of course, done through the international multilateral institutions such as World Bank, IMF, and others, but also to the private sector. And I think today, speaking at the City of London, the financial center of the world, we need to make sure that private sector from here participates in the public-private partnerships to make sure to sustain our progress towards new collective quantified goals. The City of London is hosting today the Net Zero Delivery Summit. That by itself says that we need to deliver. And in Azerbaijan, we look forward to make sure that we do have actual results. Those could be specified more. We have the two reinforcing pillars of our approach. One is, of course, the increasing ambition and also implementation of the already set goals. Well, one thing we should do together is to make sure that the transition is just, and second, that the needs of a country, such as small island development states, the nations which are facing existential threat to their environment, are actually met. For that, we need to share expertise. We need to show not just financing, but invest in capacity building, and also in technology transfer. Because without that, this will always be one-sided conversation. We cannot keep talking past each other. We need to hear what the rest of the world is saying. And I think that applies both to the north, to the south, to the east, and to the west. And I think one of the problems is that we don't often listen to each other. So one thing, for instance, which we will be very much insisting on would be transparency. Because what we want to see is, by submitting NDCs and NAPs, they're also reviewed and they're transparent enough to enable further financing, because of course without transparency that cannot be done. We will do whatever we can, whatever is in our power to make COP29 a success, a stepping stone to future successes, and to make sure that the success which began in COP28 continues to COP29, to COP30 in Brazil. We will work together with our partners. City Corporation is a great partner to us, and we look forward to doing more together. And of course, we look forward to seeing all of you in Baku, Azerbaijan. I have to tell you something. In the beginning of the 20th century, Azerbaijan was the place, Baku, was the place where the energy boom, the oil boom of the 20th century began. That's where the oil economies, that the energy economy was born. I think it's very symbolic that perhaps today, in this year, we will see the beginning of a change in which green energy will once again dominate the energy market, and Azerbaijan will be a part of that great solution to our challenges facing us today. Thank you very much, and I don't want to take more of your time. Thank you.